Hey guys, it's Jake here with eTrailer. Today we're going to show you how to prep your camper for winter storage. The categories we're going to talk about today are going to be winterizing, cleaning the interior and exterior of your camper, checking and repairing seals, disconnecting and removing your battery, checking your tires, and proper storage. These things, they're going to help to get your camper ready for the season when it starts. So the first category, winterization. Essentially, to sum it up, winterizing your camper is just going to involve getting the water out of the lines or getting antifreeze into the lines. So a lot of people like to blow out the water out of your lines so that there's no water in the lines at all to freeze. And other people like to go to the traditional route of running antifreeze through their system by using the pump on board. Both of these are going to prevent the water from freezing inside the lines, which would cause the lines to burst. Again, we have a video showing how this is done, but we just want to make sure you know that it's very important. It's going to be the most important process of getting your camper ready for winter storage. Now, if you have a motorhome or you have a generator, you'll want to add fuel stabilizer to the fuel so that your motorhome or your generator is going to start in the spring. Now, when it comes to cleaning the interior of your camper, we recommend wiping down all the countertop surfaces, cleaning out your refrigerator from all perishable items because they're not going to be good by the time you get back to them anyway, and vacuuming all your floors. And it's going to help keep your camper clean, and it's also going to help deter mice and insects coming in. So two things that we've known to work to be able to prevent mice is going to be dryer sheets and steel wool. The dryer sheets are going to act as more of a deterrent, whereas the steel wool itself is going to act as a blocker. A friend of mine, Jamie, has had issues with mice in her camper for the past couple of years, and she's tried everything out there. So she looked up online and found that steel wool, you can actually fill any openings where wires or pipes that come into your camper. So you take the steel wool and you shove it in those openings and it will prevent mice from getting in. To clean the outside of your RV, you're gonna need a brush and some soap, and then just wipe down the outside of your motorhome or your camper. The other thing that you need to do is if you have an outdoor kitchen, make sure you clean that too. Now, while cleaning your motorhome or your camper, you wanna make sure you're also hitting your slide toppers and your awnings, and make sure the most crucial part of when you're cleaning those is to make sure they're dry before you put them back in. Otherwise, you're gonna have mold and mildew issues. And you need to make sure that you're checking your seals of any cracks or spots where that you might need to add some sealant. When it comes to your battery, we recommend disconnecting your battery, and we also recommend, if you have a place for it, to take your battery out of the box itself or out of your camper and store it in a safe, climate-controlled place, whether that's in your house or a shed that you might have. This is going to help with the longevity of the battery so it doesn't have to sit outside during the harsh winter months. The other thing is if you happen to have a trickle charger, we recommend adding a trickle charger to your battery for the winter months so that it's charged up and ready to go for you in the springtime. Now, when you're making your checks on your camper, you want to make sure to check your tires. Now, when you go to make your checks, you're going to want to check the tread wear, how much tread you have left, and if it's even or not. That's going to tell you whether or not there's something wrong with your axle or with the tires themselves. You also need to check the PSI in the tires before you put it in storage, because you would hate to come back to it and you have flat tires. We recommend inflating this to the recommended PSI via the camper or the tire itself. And you also, if you're going to have your camper in storage where the tires are going to be facing the sun, you want to make sure you at least have tire covers on that side of the camper, if not both sides. Now, another thing with your tires is that you want to make sure, if you store your camper on gravel or grass, we always recommend pulling your camper onto blocks or bricks to be able to give it a more even surface for the tire to sit for the winter months. If you're sitting on grass or gravel, with the grass you have additional moisture that's going to be introduced to it. You have the problem of sinking, and then with gravel you have uneven pressure points from the rocks pushing on your tires. If your RV or camper is parked outside for the winter, we recommend throwing a cover on it. That is going to be a better option than covering your camper with a tarp. Tarps can have the metal eyelets that'll scratch your camper, and the actual material of a tarp itself can scratch the finish on your camper. A camper cover or an RV cover is going to have a soft material on the inside so that it doesn't scratch your motorhome. That is also why it's so important to clean the motorhome itself, because the dirt can cause scratches from the RV covers. Now, a few extra things you can do to help yourself prepare for the winter is to lock up or remove your propane tanks and take them home with you. We recommend highly avoid parking underneath trees and checking on your RV every now and then if you've got the chance, just to make sure everything's okay. If you have any questions or comments about this video, please leave them in the comments below. We have this printable version of this list we just went through on the article page on our website, and we'll see you next time.